Okay, hey guys, and welcome to the channel. Today, I want to do a quick breakdown of one of my properties and just to talk about the numbers and maybe some of you might be interested in. And I also want to contrast it to other properties you might see on something like TikTok. And I'm looking at this property posted by Wamala Property Services. It looks amazing. The numbers look good enough for me. And I think he's pricing it at around, I think, I saw in the comments, 280 million shillings. It's quite pricey, but when you look at the finish, it's also deserving of the price and maybe even a little bit more. Actually, let me see, 280 million. You have to take these numbers with a grain of salt. But if the way the property looks, if they're selling at 280 million and the claim is that it's making around 3.3 millions. That's good. That's a great property. Usually, a property making 3.3 million a month, you'd expect it to go at around 300 m. So if it's going at 280 million, that means this is really a good price. That's if it's actually making that kind of money. The construction looks really good. They look amazing, but yeah, it's always the neighborhood and proximity to town. So if it's not very close to town, he says it's in Nawere. Where is that? Nawere is not. Nawere is not that far from town. You can see it's. So if it's around this area, then it should be able to make uh, 3.3 easily, and it does look like it's a new build and doesn't even look occupied occupied at all. But yeah, in that area, it can easily command that money, and it does look like it's sitting on a bigger plot. This must be maybe 12 decimals, that which is around 50 by 100. And actually, I think, let me see, one, two, three, these are 7 units, and in fact, let me show you. So this is the property. It's in Mukono, and it's supposed to be 100 here, 100 feet by 50 going up. So this is sitting. The 7 units are sitting on 100. It's also a new build. I still have space to build another six minus space for the toilet, which I think was already built by the time. Yeah, it's there. So the rentals are already occupied with that, which I'm very happy with, and they're going for around 120 per month. Each room, they are single rooms with a bathroom. Yeah, looking at this, this is really well done, and yeah, and most of it is not occupied, so I don't know where he's getting the 3.3 m, since it's not occupied, and it looks very new with and quite vacant. So you'd have to take their numbers with a grain of salt. And yeah, I think the actually this might yeah this property is must be 12 decimals, and you can see the neighborhood looks like they could afford. Let me see. So these are like 5 units here. It doesn't mention how many units those are, but if I count one, two, three, uh, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. Let's say there are, let's say 12 units. 12 units is kind of skeptical about this number 3.3, because even if I was very generous and I said maybe this property is 15 units, I don't know if I think they look like singles. So if they're not, maybe that could make sense, but I want to see if it does look like they are single unit, single rooms, which makes me want. Let me see if there is anything that says, if it says anything about that in the comments. It doesn't seem to say it, but at if say there are 15 units and he claims 3.3 million divided by 15. Actually, but I don't think there are 15 units. Because the way the layout wouldn't be able to handle 15 units. Mine can handle 7 and another 6 here. So 7 plus 6, that's 13. If he had 13, that would be 3 divided by 13. Each one will have to make a 250 k to get to 3.3, which, depending on the area, might be possible. And you would also need at least 13 units for that. Yeah, they are definitely single units. If you look at this from the from outside, you can see it's a single unit, obviously. So you never know. You never know. But the reason why I wanted to make this video is just to show you the calculations, how much it would cost you to build a block like this. And, this is another video of the inside before I even painted and everything. You can see there, there's 13 by 17 the inside, and you can see there is a kitchen, a small kitchen island, and then the bathroom would be there. So yeah, most of the plumbing is done. I just need a septic tank and a water stand for everything else. So if you wanted to know, this is what was needed for the soak pit. Costed around 800k. Yeah, this is the tiling part. You can see tiling 7 rooms can be quite expensive. I think when it comes to tiling, I calculated it costs around 600, maybe 700 per room. That includes tiling, materials, and labor. So it usually ends up being around that. So that's 600. I don't know if I have the quotation. I still have the quotation. Let me see. But I think it always ends up being around 700 times 7. So that would be around, I think it was around 4.5 or something like that. Uh, this, is this the same property? Let me check this. Okay, so this is a different property. I usually just build the same style because it saves on a lot of costs. The planning is the same, the style is the same. I know how much everything is going to cost. So I just copy and paste the same plan everywhere whenever I'm trying to build to save on money. And this is another one with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units, but at a different location. And this is actually 10 units of that's why you see the roof is way bigger. So that's why I could tell that these were singles, not doubles. These are also singles, but you have some facing in the back and some facing in the front. All the same cost, building cost. Yeah, these are the kitchen worktops, and all 7 costed around 1.1. That's just the construction without any finishing, and just to keep the structure up. And here is a quotation for plastering the outside. I usually separate them because I do them in different phases, because construction can be quite expensive if you don't do that. And this is the plumbing. So again, plumbing without connecting to the septic tank, just connecting it, I think, to the soak pit, came around 1.5 for 7 rooms. And here is wiring. This is wiring, 7 rooms, and it costed around nearly 2M for everything. And I don't usually do too much when it comes to wiring. And yeah, but this doesn't even include your car. All the, what is it called? Earthing doesn't include earthing. But earthing always comes around 300,000. So you can add that on top of this, and you can be around maybe 2 point something, 2.2 or 2.3. And this is fitting doors. Here's another quotation for concrete casting, around 900 for 7 rooms. And here is for windows, 7 windows, actually, is it 7 windows, 7 doors? Then the small windows for the bathrooms. Yeah, basically just closing. It ended up being around nearly 2M as well, plus transport. And you can see this is before the roofing, which is the most expensive part of construction, but I think it was around 11M. But remember, these are 7 rooms. So yeah. Yeah, I think this is the quotation for the roofing, including the ceiling. It came around to 11.5. We had to do a lot of going back and forth when it came to the roofing. So I had to go back to my records and look at I had another block that was 10 units and it costed me 13M. So I was wondering why this was becoming expensive. The 7 rooms were becoming more expensive than the 10 rooms. That's why we had a lot of back and forth for this. But yeah, I think it costed me around, it ended up costing around 13M plus the ceiling. For the 10 rooms, The ceiling was not included. It was just the roofing. That's it. The foundation, I think, was about, I want to say 6 to 7 m, and then the from the foundation to the wall plate, that's usually around the same as the foundation, or even cheaper. So maybe 7 as well. If I do some quick math there, it could be, so for the 7 rooms, I want to say the foundation costed around uh, maybe 6, and then the whole plate 7, and then the roof was yeah, we saw it was 13, and there's a lot of other stuff you have to add in. So, but you can imagine it costed me maybe 45 m for the whole block of 7 rooms to get it to a state where it's occupiable or rentable. Anyway, that's it. If you want to watch stuff like this, you can let me know in the comments. I'll be glad to make a lot of other breakdowns and maybe even give you a tour of some of the properties. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.